Where did you?
Hello YouTube, my name is Jam and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about Anthem Future. So we already know that Anthem is coming on February 22nd, and if you're on PlayStation, if you want Xbox and PC, you get to play on the 15th, which is not fair, but what can you do, right? Anyway guys, so Anthem, we're knowing that the PlayStation 5 and the next generation Xbox is coming. So what BioWare is thinking about is that they already confirmed that any progress on Anthem, since it's going to be a live service for 10 years, depending on the success of the game when the game release, which we will see in a couple weeks. Well, it usually take a couple months to see how the game will progress, if people will actually be interested now later after the first week period where people find out what the game truly is. That's usually what it takes, but we will see if the game succeeds. Then that's how BioWare will know whether or not they'll continue with Anthem or not. Now for them, looking at that, they're already looking into progression being transferred to the next generation of console with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox, whatever name Xbox is gonna choose this time, Xbox Viper, Sniper, Snake, some shit like that, whatever they come up. BioWare is already looking into how they're going to transfer data for Anthem, since it's going to be a live service. Because if you upgrade to the next generation, well, obviously you don't want to buy the game again and restart from the beginning, because that's kind of a mess. So since they're already looking at that and already telling people on Twitter that, hey, yes, obviously you'll be able to transfer your work, your progress from the previous console to the next gen, because PlayStation does that anyway. Graphic updated and all that, they will have that available. That's actually a good thing to reassure fans that, hey, don't worry about it, we got you covered. Once this thing happens, you will have it available for you to move on with the next generation, so that way people are not afraid to move on and having to do all the grinding again. So that's definitely a good thing, a good feature for BioWare to kind of touch into, which is amazing, because now a lot of dev does, a lot of people, a lot of the company will just let you buy another game, because they're really not obligated to do that, because if you upgrade, the risk that comes with it. So for them, that's that. It's what do you want them to do? So Anthem, them doing this is good. And now let's talk about another answer. So I'm just going to go through everything and just kind of like read you the answer only, and everything that we know that's coming for Anthem at launch and what's to come after that. So here's the first thing: no ability to do stronghold solo. You won't be able to do a stronghold by yourself, going in there trying to be Rambo. You won't be able to do that. They are constantly adjusting the economy to earn cosmetic in a reasonable amount of time. Good, but BioWare, just let us know how it is, because right now there's a lot of heat on that subject. Just put it out, let us know how it is. I don't think it's that hard. You already show us the end game and a lot of stuff in the whole Anthem. So why is this thing a problem for you to just share how the cosmetic and the economy of the game is going to be? First you shut that off out of the demo, and now you want to not even talk about it. That's kind of rising question, but we'll see. The next thing is they are looking into not interrupting javelin startup animation. They are looking into spectator cam well down, but not at length. When the game release, you won't have that. It's not really that important. You have that. You down. What's the point? Somebody come and revive you. Shit. Swappable melee weapon not available at launch. Free play will not be increased to the same number of players at the launch bay. If you don't know what that means, it's basically the launch bay, the social space. They will have 15 or 16 players, and the free play is only capacity of 4 players. They won't increase that. That won't change. No PvP at launch. I made a video about that. They are looking into adding waypoint after launch. Yes, that's well needed, and also a lock-on for enemies, especially when you play with the interceptor, because you do your interceptor melee ability on the boss. It's like, what the hell, man? You just sleeping here, going there, you lose control of the enemies. On the left, you on the right, you have to turn around, go back and try to get him again. So if there's like a lock-on ability where you can just lock on the enemy and boom, go at it, that would be great, especially for the interceptor. It's well needed because he's a melee focused javelin, so he needs that feature to help him stay relevant. We will not be able to change laser color at launch. I don't care about that. No photo mode at launch, but acknowledge this is widely requested from the community. Cosmetic include armor, emotes, banners, veils, and few more things in development. No comment on more javelin at this time. You know the javelin will be coming. You know they will introduce more javelin. Come on. Cosmetic include armor, emote. I already said that. No comment. I already said that. Mass salvage option available in the vault. Loot table are biased toward the javelin you are wearing. Interesting. Story mission do not require require matchmaking. Okay, Iron Man skin Iron Man skin will require a deal with Disney, of course, duh. And obviously if the game is successful, I don't think that Disney will not want to do that. Come on, even War Machine, I don't think Disney will want to do that. Companion are not being considered for Anthem. Yeah, don't do that, don't add that, they're easy. Console player will have look inversion. Pilot character customization will be limited to pre-generated lists. Choose your pilot look only at the beginning of the game. Cannot switch between first person and third person. The demo player do not keep gear, obviously. Romance not being added at this time. Come on, guys, why do people care about romance in the game? I mean, I understand you want the story to have some kind of romantic element to it, but not everybody is on that, you know? Not everybody like that stuff. There is dynamic time of day in the game. Elena Tarsus Javelin predated Colossus, so that does not necessarily mean Colossus get the sword. Come on, just put a melee weapon. Give melee weapon, that's all. People will ask for it. You know, somewhere down the road they will add it. Story mission will all have matchmaking option. More open world activity will be added over time. These are thruster, shield, and dagger color are being looked into. There have been map balance change since the demo 4. You will be able to choose the launch bay or fortresses after an expedition. So when you go into an expedition, you'll be able to choose whether or not you want to do a social space or you want to go to fortresses. Most people will go to the social space because all the function you have at the social space, you have at fortresses, and fortresses is kind of like, it's going to be irrelevant unless you have specific business that you need to do there. But the social space, since you see your javelin and all that, you can now basically access everything there. Well, shit, I might as well just go there, you know. Loads will be faster on launch than in the demo. Thank you, fix that shit. There is no hard ending with credit. The story will be continued and evolving. So once you beat the end, the story mission, there is no end credit scene where, you know, no, it's like, yeah, you beat the final mission, okay, bravo, wait for the next DLC to come because the story is evolving. That's really neat feature. Okay, Spencer branded or even vanilla will likely be part of the game. Free play will not have private session option. AoE attack will you grab it. That's the way it is. Come on, okay, grab it. Save file can be carried over to the next gen console, like I stated in the beginning. So driver will be available for PC gamer to use. PS4 controllers, but it is not natively supported. They want to add more javelin in the future. Yes, I already talked about that. Anthem will continue growing for years. Catalyst are the aspiration content for team challenge and top reward. Plan on adding statistic to post expedition screen after launch. Yes, please do that. Please do that. No training run. Dilation beyond the equipment, whatever that is. Okay, sprint, speed, increase in fortresses, along with the movement responsiveness and the camera improvement. Because if you remember in the demo, even to turn in fortresses was a pain in the face. You have to like struggle to turn. You have to like turn your controller. It was just a pain to do that. The issue in the stronghold, when someone left with an objective, echo, and it stopped. The team progress has been revolved. Photo mode and weapon customization will not be added in the short term. Rather than a vote kick, they are working on improving their AFK timer. Okay, that works, because the vote to kick somebody, you know, if somebody don't like you, they will just kick you out, literally. If it's if you like spawn or matchmake in with a group of 3 and they don't like you, they can kick you out just because, you know, that happened in a lot of video games. So since they're actually not doing that, that's cool. It is the possibility of choosing ultimate down the line someday. Great. Invite can be sent in game, but did not really say if one squad would be an option. They should add that. That would be really helpful for a lot of people. They are looking into other achievable like title. Do that. A hero javelin is not likely because they are focusing on flexibility. You can install the demo without fear of not getting your reward for playing. No loot boxes for cosmetic. Guild will not have a private social space at launch of guild. If you lost there, it's basically saying once they release the guild mode, you won't have social space for that specific mode yet until later on when they can introduce that into the game again. Some activity will only be available for set time but could come back around, so they will have time event basically. There are no plans to allow loadout change on the field. Good, we don't need that. You will have to be prepared once you get ready to leave for a mission. Cannot upgrade weapon, you will have to get another one. Okay, bosses will not have unique drop at launch. Okay, cataclysm, whatever you pronounce it, cataclysm will be aspirational, meaningful, challenging, and the place to earn the best reward. Patch note will only be for change made after February 15th. Okay, if you get booted from an activity, you will get all the XP and the loot up to that point. No elemental weapons or bullet at launch. Add later, but they won't do combos. Vanilla color cannot be changed. Javelin will not favor a gender in appearance. No weapons beyond legendary at launch. Setting up primer and detonator are all about your team makeup and difficulty of content. Yeah, that's a lot of reading. Okay, I'm done. This is basically me just going through everything that we know about Anthem and just throwing it out there. If you don't know it, now you know. If I was going too fast, I apologize because I hate reading, so I have to kind of constantly just keep going so I can keep up with everything that's going on. I'm doing it again. Anyway guys, I'm gonna stop the video right here. If you learned something new and would like to support the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Whatever you want to do is all up to you. If you want to help me out, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, that's okay too. You know, you don't have to subscribe. And yeah, peace out.